4 years of van life.
4 years living inside a van. Where did I go wrong in life?
Where did you go
Maybe
right?
where did I go right? Yeah. So we thought we'd just do a video and just chat a little bit about 4 years of van life and how we got here and what we've done and that sort of thing. And it's strange to think about it because it was all a big accident.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't plan to go live full time in a van. We bought our first van, a Road Trek Zion SRT, and I'd retired 5 years ago, and we'd sold a big house, cars, everything, and we bought the Road Trek, and we had a little condo in Newport and a little condo in Nevada, and we thought, okay, we'll just spend half the year in each place, go on a little bit, short trips, and the Road Trek Zion SRT was the short model which fit in the condo parking spot, which is kind of the main reason we picked it.
Yep.
But boy, did it turn out to be the perfect choice for RV. We loved it. That thing changed our life. So we took off for the first time in the van, and thinking we'd be gone 3 months.
3 months,
Go south for the winter.
No plan, no timeline, no reservations anywhere. We just took off.
Yeah. And it's funny because we didn't really watch any YouTube videos. We didn't follow other YouTubers that do van life or RV life or whatever. I didn't know there was such a thing as van life.
We didn't know that's what we were doing, actually.
Yeah, I didn't really think much about that.
So there was a learning curve, a lot of bumps along the way.
Yeah, we didn't know anything about the apps and where to go, and boy, we've learned a lot. Maybe we should have done some research, but anyway, I think
in hindsight, we probably should have.
I think that was part of the adventure of how we kind of just stumbled along, and then we decided to, make YouTube videos of what we're doing. We didn't know anything about doing that either. 2 weeks before we left, we bought a GoPro, a laptop. She watched YouTube tutorials and how to download music and edit videos, and self-taught in 2 weeks. And then we started making videos, mainly just to capture the adventure, and it was amazing that we did it, because the main reason is we get to go back decades later and watch these things, and our kids follow along, and our family and friends can be part of our nomadic life, and anything else that happens has been just a bonus.
Yeah.
So
we took off for 3 months. We zipped around all over the South, stayed in warm weather, ended up in Florida, came back to our Nevada place, and it took about 2 days till we looked at each other and thought, what the heck are we doing here? We need to get back in that van.
Yeah, I think we even did a video, fireside chat. Yeah, we just, because we were both so confused about what are we doing and why do I feel this way, and so we took off again. We heard there was a super bloom in the Anza-Borrega Desert or something, and so we went and did that, and we didn't see that condo again for another 10 months.
And since then, we've sold the Nevada place and the Oregon place, and we had a little property in Central Oregon that is now sold, and we have the van. Yeah.
So those that don't know, we over a year ago we worked with another YouTuber, Humble Road in New Jersey, and we had been designing what we think would be our perfect van based on what we knew from the Road Trek and the way we live our life and the things we take with us, and the lifestyle we live. Everyone has a different lifestyle and different needs in the van, and we knew what ours was because we've been doing it for so long. So we built this van out with George and his son Alex, and now we're on the Oregon coast in it, and it's the holiday season, and it's nice to be in a 4-season winterized a van that's weather, it's insulated, and we don't have to winterize it, so that's been really nice. So I'm getting itchy feet to get down to warm weather,
and in a couple of weeks we'll head that way.
So I guess we should talk about maybe some of the things we've done, and
I can't remember them all, which is why we have these videos, so I can go back and look. But what's one of your favorite highlights the last 4 years?
Well, I don't know if I could pick a highlight or best location. We've crossed the continent east-west 10 times, because we just always just kind of moving around, exploring, trying to stay on back roads, never planning. We don't make reservations. We can stay wherever we want in this van, basically, not wherever we want, but we can stay a lot more places. And we'll do another video on this van and the systems, because we never have to plug in with our battery system, solar, extra alternator. We run forever, basically.
So we're not tied into campgrounds.
No.
That, I think, is a game changer for us. We had that as well in our first van. We never plugged in. And if we had to be tied into reservations and campgrounds, I'm really not of the personality where that would probably work out so well. Like, I don't like to plan ahead. So
yeah, that's the same with me. And we're so blessed to have this life, and so blessed to have a partner that enjoys the same lifestyle, because a lot of people, you know, their personalities, they want to plan. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to be scheduled, and we don't. We like to, like, if I make a reservation over here, I might today see something over there, and I can just, you know, be like,
And that sounds like a lot of work, honestly.
yeah, and we don't really do a lot of research about things to see and things to do. We kind of like to stumble onto things, and
We're more spontaneous.
but like I said, we've crossed the continent between the U.S. and Canada 10 times, east-west. I don't know, east-west, or the East Coast and West Coast and the Gulf Coast a number of times, and seen many. And there's only a few states we haven't been through. We've crossed Canada a couple times. I think my biggest thing is, aside from, you know, being able to be with my best friend and pistol, is the adventures, the things we've seen and done, but also the people we've met through this lifestyle and through YouTube also.
Which came as a complete surprise. We did not realize. Setting out in the first few months, we really kind of kept to ourselves. We're both kind of that personality. Yeah, we do the YouTube videos, but that's different because we're just talking to a camera and the friends are on the other side of the lens.
For those of that I'm sorry to interrupt. For those of you that know us before this life, it's like, I don't really know who these new people are.
Yeah.
Because we're both pretty introverted.
Yeah, and yeah. So, yeah, the biggest surprise was once we started kind of putting ourselves out there and saying yes to meeting up with people. I mean, total game changer. We've met some of the most fabulous people that we've kept in touch with, camped with multiple times, spent Christmases with, from all over the world. You know,
yeah.
Turkey and...
If you start naming states and provinces where we have good friends from, it would take a while. I mean,
yeah,
all over the U.S. and Canada, and you guys know who you are. It taught me a lesson that every time I say no to meeting someone might be the missed opportunity of a great friend, you know, something like that. So we've always tried to do it. In the beginning, it was a little odd for me because it was always felt like we're going on a blind date, but the other person knew everything about us and we knew nothing about them. But yeah, it's been a huge bonus.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, mine too. The hardest part for me is being away from family and friends. I grew up born and raised in the same area my whole life, and both my parents are still alive and in that area, and brothers and my nephew and niece and nephew, and so it's hard leaving everyone, you know.
But one thing we do, or at least we hope we do, and I feel like we do, is when we come back to where our friends and family are, we don't take anything for granted. I mean, I think you probably see your family and friends in 3 or 4 months than many people see their family and friends in a year if they live in the same area.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah, I would say so.
We make the time quality time. But now it's like we miss friends all over the continent.
That's true too.
It's like, I want to go to New York or California or Florida.
That's true too, yeah.
Any other good or bad things about van life you want to talk about?
The only other, not bad, but when the weather's bad, it's harder in the van just because it's a tiny space. So, which is why we chase warm weather, which brings me to the next great point, is just the freedom of this lifestyle. You know, if you don't like your reality, change it, put it in drive, and we follow the weather often. Like, that's mostly how we base our path on.
Yeah, we spend, they try to spend the summer months up north and the winter months down south, and this is the first time in 4 years that we've been, back in Oregon in December, and that's what's been a challenge, is when it's pouring rain for 20 hours.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a workshop I can go tinker in, or
yeah,
try to go walk around the living room, or
Yeah.
So it gets kind of cramped, but it's worth it for that time that we're here for us to have the, because we typically are just outside, and that's
Yeah.
what's been a challenge for me is I like to spend my entire day outside. I mean, if I have to do some stuff in the van, sleep and, bathroom or whatever, but I'm outside. I'm hiking, biking, cooking outside, sitting in a lawn chair, drinking beverages in my lawn chair, carving spoons. So when we're stuck in the van, that's the time it's a challenge. But
Yeah.
it's not very often. So, the freedom of this life is what I love.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here because we want to be here and we're seeing family and friends. But if we didn't want to be here, we put it in drive
We'd be
and we
somewhere else.
go somewhere else, and we never have to pack anything.
No, my gosh, I love that.
Everything is with us. It's a giant bug out bag. It's a go bag.
It's a go
on
bag.
wheels.
Yeah.
So
But I do love the freedom of that.
yeah.
Just being able to go.
Yeah. So what's next?
What is next? Do we even know? We talked about how we just don't plan, so we don't really know. But after the holidays, we will be leaving here and looking for warmer weather. So the
Yeah.
desert or
Yeah, we're gonna definitely work towards Florida.
yeah.
We have some friends there that they're actually more family.
Yeah.
If you followed us, we spent most of last winter with them while we're selling our other van and getting this one finished up. And so
Yeah.
Brian and Chris and Tia and
Cassie
are like
family
now.
So.
So-
Yeah. They took us in like little orphans.
Oh, and I wanted to thank some people before we go
Okay.
too. So first of all, this whole YouTube thing that we said was an accident that's turned into a big bonus. The people that like the videos and comment, and some of you have been commenting on videos for the whole time we've been
Since
doing
the
it,
beginning, yeah.
and we start to feel like we know you, and in
Mhm.
some cases we get to meet you, and we really enjoy that, and we really appreciate those comments. But we also want to thank our subscribers. It was unexpected that, I don't think for the first year there was even a subscribe button on our channel. 'Cause
Probably
we didn't
not.
know what we were doing, and
Yeah.
and we still don't really know. We don't research on all the things you do on YouTube, and to
I just make a video I want to watch later and then I put it
that's
up.
kind of what we do. It's kind of our thing. Is that's one of our rules. Is it's something that we want to watch, and I don't know. It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, so thank you to all our subscribers and the people that comment. Also, I want to thank, we have some patrons over on our Patreon page, and really small group, and some of those have been with us since the very beginning. So we want to thank them for supporting our channel. And
the fact that some people out there feel that we've either entertained them or inspired them or something, that they want to help support our channel, that means a lot. More than money or anything. That just means a lot that they would want to do that. And like she said, it's not a big group, and it's a place where it's the only place we have where we post real-time stuff.
yeah,
More up-to-date things, more personal stuff that we maybe don't want to put out over the whole internet for the world to see. And she posts a lot of short, quick videos, quite often, and throw them
Yeah.
up there. And so that's kind of a place where it's our only real-time place,
yeah,
because there's no way for us to do this real-time YouTube by the time you film it, and
yeah,
Wi-Fi and cell service and that sort of thing. But
yeah. Back to the inspiration part, that has been a surprise for me, and I still have a hard time with it. Someone will reach out and mention that we've inspired them to change their life, or go for not necessarily this dream, but something that they've dreamed of their whole lives. And
yeah,
I still have a hard time seeing what we're doing as how that could be inspiring to somebody else, because
well, it seems normal after 4 years. It seems like a normal life, but I know when I think
guess
about
that
it,
is, yeah,
it's not. It is a very unconventional life.
it's unconventional, and I do know how extraordinarily blessed we are to be able to live this way.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want to take that for granted. So thank you to everyone. Keep watching. You'll find out what's up ahead as soon as we know.
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
2 weeks later.
And we promise we're going to go over video of the van tour with all the mods we've done lately. I know we've
Oh,
talked
he's
about that.
promising again.
I've got to do that. I've got to do that. So anyway,
We'll get to that.
thanks again.
Carry on.
Carry on.